pregnancy. Yes, is obi any obi chimpna. Now on yem no, now one ware no, now woko ware na akodana be yaw de way oba. Aye. Sanetiem. That is the same thing also in politics. So obedi oman so emfie enan emfie nwotwe. Na ufira konya so a enipa oba bedi wade no automatically papa wo ye eno ne ba bone a wo ye nyina no eba be ye ne ba de na asie nti aye kasa de asie amama ba bontin nyina ne se NDC for especially on the social media can some ahodo bebre se aban papa bi aba amaniema ekoye de magana man na ni nyina ne se na no ato Forson eko presente budget ewo parliament na da budget we ebeto parliament no NDC for ashasia omobode de especially omo anwa ya madwen se omo ntie de wo kampo na omo adwene ho no omo ashasia kasa na we na NDC ni a osanso ye economist a wagidin in Ghana politics pa your friend BOT or NDC ni first no MPP ni na wasan eko NDC and anopa yeda sori ya waba bonten say that be NDC for should not jubilate adanya o say are they crazy? Yes, and as we NDC ni di nti a wo kese NDC for omabobodam akwesi ono no ye economist na oye trusted economist nti oni ntro na person kamagana fo nyinante omo ho asese everything that you're seeing in the economy of Ghana today no a foundations are sabio MPP are buying ebedo ye eniema MPP are buying ye no ehun sunsanso enene ye hu no Ghana maimu enti se wo so ye NDC na wo pe NDC omo amamuo o party hu kwa omo faso bu abanya it is on 2026 and I'll be to me and the taste of NDC governance. Now the availability sika wo man no mu ne o man na ho ahan no any sebio ye debt ye debt ye debtor ya tete so ama ye ho o se ni nyina no e MPP amanyo ko adwuma mo ye e na amana ba ne sei na ye se nyom e wo ho yi se da ede e wo ni wura no enti bebe se yenko tie oya NDC ni o onya MPP ni he's a pure NDC person well known me Evan Sankan mo akwa ma me rosu ulukaya me cha oye pa oya NDC ni pa ye fe ne BOT and I didn't say mo ya begudwa na ya me se ye ba na ye ka amanfo bedwe se wo ye NPP ni nti udi ntro e de ma party yenko nkotia asema NDC ni we ye ka we come back to the studio near the home komo tie up to 2025 no the foundation laid in 2024 no and am I who the 2025
okay
assuming without admitting the real scorecard of NDC will be 2026 as an economist I will not give all the credit to us no me yes I've been unfair
foundation
I want to
MPP for
be a moderate. I want to be a moderate. And in moderation, no, don't be too extreme.
Okay.
Because I might be a running going concern. Don't forget to say, you're too about we no. Nine can't forget my also may him in Ghana. But don't say there be 57% to the massa. Okay, Moma, or the Kokota. Emfa. 87 in parliament against 183, or the Kokota, Emfa. Let's leave it hanging. And what we are seeing today, no, the moderates will argue, say, a certain foundation was laid. And that foundation that was laid, no, there's a build up for 1 year. Because you have 1 month and it's not possible. Going forward, no, the real litmus test of NDC as a government will be 2026. Because 2025, they will inherit BB and so far equity, asset plus liability. So,
any japade any apejade.
Yep.
When you put the two together, it gives you equity. So the equity of a country called Ghana no, is the aggregate of your asset and your liability. Now you've run the country for 1 year. The indicators are so good. And the moderate will argue, say, look, if the indicators are good, they are. Obi na di baton here then, Emma. And you're unlocking the prospect in that baton, no, and now more indicators now are very positive.
Especially on the growth of the economy, no.
Precisely.
World Bank for a predict says by a certain percentage.
Now we've done 6.3. So that means that we've done far in excess of what the World Bank told us. And what I make sure say, in analyzing the context of the growth situation now, no, you are going to meet two group people, the extremists and the moderate. The extremists will tell you, say, look, and this MPP are nyehwe. Omo bo man no, omo de yeko IMF, DDEP, nti omo say man no. The moderate will say there be whatever success you are witnessing today, no, a certain foundation was called the going concern principle. However, as an economist, right, I want to say, if we really want to judge NDC as a government properly, it will be 2026. Because 2026, the benchmark of 2026 is 2025. So a new
that will be the foundation.
That will be the foundation. So the foundation of us NDC is 2025. So we are then going to analyze whether say one, His Excellency Mahama, our resettlement year. Dr. Keslato Forson, the financial prowess and experience na college no, it is really working. And in Yankopon Yard, November 2026, no, mebaha. Then we will do introspection. Now you found data by data. We will take the 2024 data, 2025 data, and look at projection for 2027.
Okay.
At that level, no, you compare you have variance analysis. You have 2024, you have 2025, you have 2026. And to say, oh yeah, the moderate, and I will make argument to say, NDC near share, near for 2024, near scale about 2025. Near about 2026. And to say 2027, you catch us say, oh, exchange rate bet me a best $7 to $1. Then that strength of the performance no cannot be credited to the MPP. But all said and done, I can tell you, say there is certain agenda is truly on course.
Yes, enti abusianfo ye nyina yate papa we ye okasa o NDC ni pa. Mimi a osay Anthony Mwakwaba. O NDC ni mapa. We me kai say just after the election. Oko, I think on Ishira FM, Ekoye interview bi. Na omo kasa na oka asem I think say I made a video of that. Osheda kofa the indicators of Ghana economy. Ebe chere say Mahama should not fail Ghanaians. And Osan Kansi say they will not allow Mahama to fail because the indicators of the Ghana economy no, are very, 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 very positive. That was just after we finished the election. But we never can say no. Which means say Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo administration no. Before Ansana Omo Fidi Ghana Konyano Sono. They did a lot of jobs. Omule did a lot of foundations, sir. Foundations, you know. It is only when you are wabong kesepa and obey fairly the economy. Because put in your mind, they say, now do be flow kunyaso, na dollar, net the 14, net the 14.60, yeah. In the heat of the COVID, na niyama jagu muno. After 2022, now niyama say kurano. By end of 2024, no. Now the economy of Ghana na shasi hume. Na shasi na shasi hume no. Na ye tumia tiye kane subebre ma ye kurano ye hunhinhan ye ba. And to that time, we were needed to leave Dr. Bawumia to keep on mountain. And Yakofan Krofu Yaba. Say they are enjoying from the suffrage Nanado and an Abine firm. A Yaman American, a Ndc Nimapa, and a cancer way at the show. Why am I talking about this? Now, no, supposed to be Babontiana, Yura, Nanado Danko Kufado can say. One of the major difficulties when I brought Bompa as a president, anytime I decide, yes, or say, on my head cut, a man for pensions, there were buying some Almodiacoto bonds. Now, I can't say same way, no. In Krasifo Bino Monte or Bika Sema or Monte Yansen watch the no. And the Betrana Yankan Josem and your head cut, and I went away. But Nanaka said it was nightmare for him and his finance minister to do that job. As a Chinese saying, "Ne yene ya, but now I yes idea na nkagana ko bankrupt." And now listen, say you pass MPP are buying any MPP for mo no Ghana or minor. Nka what they have do, nka ombo tumie jai ama manfo enyo musika. Nanko minor bo assay. But Nanadu took responsibility. Edi ono ankasa ne subsidy, ono ankasa ne party possibility to win power again, or the to underline the main idea and the main focus, and they say minor more. But our opponents, they use this as a message to campaign against the president. Omoba, you know. Sa head cut na ya programmer to ho to 2027 no. I didn't tell Munyim Flo no Mumfa Manfo Sika Emma won. They cannot, because that is what is handling the economy today. That's what I always say. Said the Mimi Evans and Kamekai. They lied their way to power and still lying in power. Omudin Trotran Contompo Betita. Already young. And they are there Ndc for anchor in opposition. There are some Ndc for anchor. And Ndc for better kunyami. Se mimi aba bemba. Enye ye mame nhwe. Mimi kwakwa makwaba. Se enye ye mame nhwe. Me ye ma amanfo abomidin. Me ye de mean to me. Enye des. I say me be confuse Ghana form or more free. They say I'm doing something better. Mimi aba bemba. What has NDC done? The Omoyane said, and now Menoka say, Omo say, Omo ache nkoko nkete di ama manfo. Nkoko man nkete. Ana niba. Ye ache nkoko man nkete de maun. Seji akoye omo no. O ma school sem na say yo. Amanfo nya baabi na. Amanfo nya baabi na opese obanko skoji se otua sika. But we are deliberately enjoying and clapping our hands. Adentia, ya kwase sanko konkete de abreye ze yenji na yenye omo. Mahama di kankai, ose nkoko no ye de ba omoto a na waton, omo nyina na maku omo awe na asa. And that is what Ghanaians we need. Eno na yesi epe. Eno na yesi epe. Na sabio a na meka na nipa ntiem ye ana ebinum atwema so kosibone is atwema no kosibone. Why would you give nkoko to family so monkoye nkoko wo omudan achi abra through one district one factory aya agenda policy aban no betumi aboa individuals more important in a big quantity at their supply all the poultry meat here chicken meat amanfo here no obetumi afa nipa edu ensia bi a omo ye adwuma no dada aboa won asa omo asene ma omo abai omo adwuma mu na aba ye adwuma mpo asen kreti nnwuma ama amanfo anya biaye na me den kokomansia edu enwotwe kɔma busua sɛ monche na monyɛ ne wɔ mo backyard ɛmfasoɔ bɛn ɛna bɛfiri mu aba. One district, one factory. And yes, say by a sequel kumafo. One no mamonji nkuko 20 monko yene or more. Dabi. The one district, one factory idea of Ranado Danko Kufuado no. Uye nkuko dada. I uni monkuko ye. I uwo factory uwo pottery farm or I uya capital na I okay. The capital way na fabai wa jumam. I don't know. Ekriti enyuma edema mofra ene nkwada wo society num esanso kreti esanso reduce importation of poultry, meat and food from abroad. Ene na ye frene policy I change anase edi solution eba society. Na kwa kuma nsanche nkuko 20 koyen omo afia ma no ni ukunu monji 50 nyansa ben na wom sika se no mo so mo twade akọ sika ni nyina ahye amanfo ekoye nkokọ awe a president and government obetena konwa so no de nkokọ na ose amanfo nkoye enwe Ghana fo wa asembo ne pofa any policy no enti omo so omo stop expenditure na hwan no wodi nyantobo ase. And na maame bi ka asem bi o se na Mahama ye ka na asem onim nipa koro o se dabi o se ye sa Mahama ne na dabi o se wo hu se bore bamboy ne okonom youth no eta akonom nsa ano mo we a confirm enti ono as a leader no ne na dwene ba ne tim se omma northness no enye den enye den confirm na amanfo kono mo konom bia o mo nya confirm no bia we eno na chiri yekobisa ne se confirm no wahi o se confirm no motuko boliga Burkina Faso sa Mahama na enne oso de nkokọ was spend about $200 million or de kokoma ebra for se monjinyen nyina wo ha 2028 ebebisa Mahama se saa nkokọ nketenkete project no ekosi sen Sabre no obeka che so motuko Togo enye Burkina Faso. There we will see how we allow ourselves to be manipulated by people who could deeply omunyan sankura form. But then I'm say you see we are so to now so do fu and a bay reason who do a fu and a bedrina a bra boy yeah, because you will never go to anywhere because of food. Aye, yede dokono ne ntinama de dam. Yede a teacher for be musika mo akwa kodidwa odwam ade dam. Komodo because anado danko Akufo-Addo aban na tie konwa so. Ni nyina nkosi aga ene bode a ya toto. One piece at the 7 Ghana cedis. Dokono na anado breso ane 25 cedis ane na ye the worst part of everything in the country no. And the dokono you turn 7 cedi, baby could turn 8 cedi, baby you turn 10 cedis. I say, Bafine, or so you nini or say, son of him send a two ankasa, and I know who. Now, Abusian for Enra, Assembly, and say, Ato Forson Bajina Parliament. Ebe ye ne ho guy. Ebe di ntrotre Ghana for say wayi tax bi a ye fe ne e-levy afri ho ebe sha asie. It will be effective by 2026. That is okay. Abuja Ato Forson nsem na okay ni nyina no fatu tim say eya danko dada dwe. Were deceive Ghanaians very deep. Or the man for adwene adi agro yepa. Because sa e-levy no we ye free ho, but actually no omo pack 10 new taxes. Edi abaga na maimu every neko be a year juma, but at the Forson, I'm also a parliament. Jimmy Yepa. And then I see he live here free ho, Ghana for a bomb on some. And I jan to Aquasian Panini in Shire FM, at where born in some. Kwasia we de Debbie or Soda Mahama no born Nabaso. You don't understand why. I mean, I can never understand why. Because also wako school. Nko bi wako school there. Usenka wadwini mundo. Na nko bi kan sema. Umfani nini so na wonka ho ase na mo badwina kofom. Wa analyze no yi na nka wate ase. But akwa we so wako school so ajimu sene nipa mo ajimu owi ase nyina. Oye number 1. Because he is easy to be convinced and he's akono so born abaso wa ajima elele to be o kando be kan bia na oti. John Mahama say omo be yi levy free ho from 2026 1st January. But on the other hand, no, John that got na money Mahama sanya packet and COVID tax. Yeah, okay, thank you, Kofi Apia. And that's I COVID tax asem and an America. Or see where you COVID tax ya free ho. Into a man for ye day, ye moy some and famano about Juma. Bra, on the other hand, no, Mahama sana pack another 10 taxes and we push it under is silent. And I draw yen yadano with the majority in the parliament, no. Among the sad taxes in Aba, and now I no say, Eguya Komu. Na yanko, the yanko Tiemia Kofin Tonto, Abra, all by mu one by one, eka taxes are hodwa. After the read of the budget in parliament, no, ato force in fire chilingwa. Eko pia ye edigu meneo ya brabomu ewo Ghana mam yenko kotie mna sisia
yes in kebit me asesa Ghana shebre you see and try omutwa opposition no they continue to peddle same falsehood. COVID-19 sika ba nyina na 19 billion Ghana cedis, buying expenditure na 12 billion Ghana cedis. Enti COVID-19 sika na buy no aban yusu mu 12 billion emaneka 7 billion Ghana cedis. But the vondi ne nko for kan kire woni say that same year na budget deficit 30 billion. So what I say enti say aban ni nya extra 7 billion or the koyi 30 billion no so kra akasen. The government is still in the hole of 23 billion. Prof Macho, what did they make sure? Because our revenue that year was 100 billion. Expenditure was 130 billion. A shortfall of 30 billion. Fiscal deficit. And now COVID-19 na wunya 19 billion. And now we spending 12 billion and a car 7 billion. Okwati 7 billion if free 30 billion more. Still, what the car 23 billion. And amebwa. How does that turn around an economy? Oh, these guys have peddled falsehood and then Mguasia upon Mguasia, yet they don't want to stop. And then anyone can remember examples of things they said. We have a jet that is in pristine condition. It can go beyond 2030. Afei babemu yekoto jet fufro. All manner of lies. So we will come there. Number 2, what's the banking sector cleanup? Egu nyuma. Prakwame, me no ka say. The 2024 banking sector reported by HRSA, Ghana's banking sector stands robust ever because of the banking sector cleanup. So how can an exercise Ghana banking sector are profitable and more robust? And una I say BB. Look, of course, about 3,000 people lost their jobs. But the amount country on say sika no so eboa ye ma save 4 million depositors sika. Because say anya clean up na nke nipa 4 million and na komo hwero musika. That is another lie they won't tell you. Now, chairman, also COVID-19 levy omo ye fi ho. You see budget we adanko that Dre budget. Now I'll tell you why. You see Debia NIA last budget ato Forson be ready here. Or catch there say we betting tax a free home boy. Or catch there say we levy a free ho. Or be na no pa. Enumre they came to say the account Bible say omo ba so wifo enumre hwede omo be later 8% levy on petroleum products and only say 1 cedi I say they are to petrol so no 30 to 40% increase in all government fees, 21.9% VAT on non-life insurance, special import levy increasing from 1% to 2%, increase in marine gas oil price from 23 pesos to 1 Ghana 93 pesos, 7% increase in locally manufactured plastic products, 17% increase in electricity, 4% increase in water, 2% increase in growth and sustainability tax, and then growth and sustainability tax next anka ended 2025 at forcing a increase here at the court 2028 until you say why extended the sunset clause. So that budget now obey tax me no free hono and no fetch then what the taxes makuma ko 10 e buy and it say at forcing now be catch say where you COVID tax everywhere it should tell you say there are more taxes or they ban and Ghana for should be expectant. That is the strategy. And until I say adanko dada adre budget. Now let me give you another one. Who can see he say at force and say obey employ 800,000.
There or say obey create 800,000 new jobs.
Okay, so it can be both public and private sector. Yeah. I understand the word creates. But that same Ato force in Nswa culture say 150,000 nurses for mutifie no afi we want me nyame bo afi edi anim ontimi famu ba akokra. That same Ato forcing was say we cannot absorb the 150,000 nurses backlog. Nti Ghana for nurses amutie me Ato forcing say mo de mo nka ho adwuma na mo so mo be create no mo nka ho. Na we be create 800,000 jobs. Na Ghana for mebunu 150,000 etimia wie nursing school. Ye ba ye for 115,000 nurses. Any employer mo. O ba ya ka kire say de aka e wa akire no 150 no in the year 2026. Untimi famu ba akokra. How should we trust you? How is this budget a budget that should give hope? Number 3. Omo say omo flagship program 24-hour economy. Me bo answer me. Now flagship program no gusita no abeka kire so omo hia 4 billion. Unim how much prof omo de ma 24-hour economy this year? 110 million cedis. Adia wo hia 4 billion.
Is it in the budget?
Yeah. Adia wo hia 4 billion no. One location or budget allocation 110. Not even a 5% of the amount you need. Not even 5%. So what are you talking about? Agenda 1 job 3 1 na mo kan no.
133.
133 no. Ene. You see, me sa niema e see wo e work na I've decided say me politicize no. But some of vondi be kan wa hasisi no. Sa niema we yeti akoma. Wo buy no, there is a processor say be ya famu a whether a cake or enya cake. Ya famu a boni biensi. And wo be dwa wanum say you are bringing a new process. Now 1 week I dey your body selection wo betimi the 2 days aye. 2 days now wo dey be ye no e na hwene. Owe na wo dey aba. Wonya ho akoma pampom pa chew. Enchire Ghana for say change management I dey buy no. Na incompetent change management. Me no can say 48 hours later. What is Obi holding himself accountable from Ghana military to the ministry?
From what I know, Ghana Armed Forces, they are two just say, and Kofonomo here in charge, no, you are must sign. Secondly, no, must set a board of inquiry.
Until they should publicize those who were in charge. Much you must sign. And Penya, no, in charge of recruitment. They should publicize it. Untimi nye kukwemu. Come out and tell Ghanaians say, assume way, and I know you're responsible. No, back on me. The entire me say ya dan ko that dre budget ni say presidential staffers. Yewura Mahama increase your salary from 362 million last year or this year budget to next year budget 540 million. prof the presidential staffers bedidi omafunu beyema now who go increase union for their government workers they are 9% per na the amount 9%. Now national security first national office of the government machinery I say or mashada separating national security how no dey be more operations because national security is can no account for
and because at this point
national security is the auditor general processes our de Ghana for sika nyina famu no different. It's a fact and to the on the my tam 2.4 billion and on the question national security so now no te say omu panyi ba ko ka say busumi bi omu send 20,000 cedis at the comma a party constituency
Oma bedina
ada video na na ehwe no AI na gina ma na video na ehwe no AI I don't want to say nkra ho so to do your mafia work no what you do is you hide the money under national security but yes ana ye but say no mo ye na ye achi omo it's the point I am making to you and they say Adam could add budget now also be Kumasi Expressway any problem anything that our advanced development any problem back Kwame no question is say almost your mobile started dualization from Accra na kofa ades na kofa achimo da na kofa ofuanse ayerebi na kosi bosomtwe and all of that many problem but the first question is Accra hinfa and amosha say free Accra hin unim bibi adeso it was as achimo dan kwan so fansa one bridge na here. So what it means is that you need sa ofanko and sawam stretch na no. You see how smart they are. Ato Forson Etro say it will start from Accra. But one can't know where in Accra. Because on him say ohia Ekufuado project now or from Ofanko to Nsanwemu no. And to one person about credit Ekufuado ntino say it will start from Accra and Nsanwemu Accra. Nsanwemu Accra because that is the only logical that's the only that's the only logical thing because you need Ekufuado's 33-kilometer 10-lane highway now all you know. Then you connect it to Adeso and continue. But there are two forces in one country Ghana for say Ekufuado is actually doing the dualization already.
No, Ekufuado is no longer president.
No, okay, he was. Yeah, Ofanko to Nsanwemu. 5 lanes with 4 interchanges. Ukodru Nsanwemu a baby efre ho kwafo krom otra Nsanwemu total na. Eho de ye dualize dada ekopem Apedja Junction. From Apedja Junction to Lendador, eho de ye resurface and will remain what it is. But we free Lendador then the Osino bypass starts. Inyirisi bypass, Enyinam bypass, and then Konongo Ejoso bypass. Ninyina is 70% complete. In fact, the Enyinam bypass, the one side of it, 2 lanes. One side of it is 100% complete. Now, Ato Forson say to complete the new project, it will take 3 years. One can feasibility because feasibility for such a project will take at least 1 year. Because how far are there sumpoa? Kedaya ya besi si egu kwan no ho. Afe na wo be ya ne brofo kasam de friend eminent domain. Omo a wo be pam omo no compensate omo. E de akofa asaman kese. E de eno nko abeteki be 1 year to 2 years. So e kwan na wo be ye no. nyame aye wa dom kra no ono ato Forson say omo be wie 2029. That is his estimation. But we know that such a road, 194 kilometers, with 4 interchanges, with rest stops, it will take about 5 years to complete. And the most logical and the most sensible thing I may say, Anka Ato Forson budget, Muno, Ube allocate a percentage to complete the edru 70%. You finish it. It's here, 1 billion be crown na 2 billion be okay mon finish it, then we'll do this other road. Boni bi anim
sa brand memory
so. But see you know we would abandon the we no a 70% complete and so when we dey kra there na no yewura Mahama call ho a anka wokọ akọji aka ho say any big push yewura Mahama and so one kwan na nya kwan o nya big push
Ghana for kwan
yewura Akufuado na sha and what people see car to go. And you don't go there and say it is under your big push. It is not. And we sa kwano na complete. Then you can do whatever new road. In fact, a kwan back wa yewura Mahama so obeya me mani so. We say a move part of it ya dada. Joso to also more ye a kwan bi instead of obefa Kumasi Krum no udru adwuso a obemane
Mampong
na de wakwesi Mampong
bonwire
no Mampong I think so mo pese mo katewa na de kwesi atebubu amanten kwan nim so you don't have to pass through Kumasi to Techiman to a good project
okay
anya mini problem ye nyina ye be support but dey anya wo na wo sha ase to say enkran to tema
chairman na the time ni sir
chairman
next week in Mama
chief of staff the chief of
next week in Mama
chairman chief justice
the students say o mako go me school opa o munya mpanda so o munya konya transfer
agree
me na me catch
bam
2000 students o mu ewie school last year they were 1003 chairman me meti hey sabi o me wo mawo afena me nam yes lala ejijin ko fuska na misu matua bi ni ekoto nkonwama aban school fo akwatana so
prof Mr. me chairman where dey me here 5 minutes pe 5 Mr.
I can be 2 pepper
and now me papa Kennedy Japan eko kan asem bi na me person ka me kire FM ba aka 2 minutes dey am intimi kire madwen because I wanted enough time to explain the issue maybe nyame ya adomo another time.
Yes, Monkoto Empire.
Come to me, 5 minutes. Okay, and my main Chief Justice David. Chama, my dear, who we are,
Chairman.
I dear who pan is a prof. Oh, a Jumam no be did you say? I dear who we are,
yeah.
So, a Jumam now colleagues, or what did you say? Talk on no baby, I will be a main show.
Mati me dance go fit to
no me se ba bia wo bia nyame hwe so sa wadwuma na wo ye nyina na nkofo pe to the extent say acting chief justice so be appointing another acting chief justice unim say yera bafu boni no ye acting chief justice no otu kwan e na ye wa praman be ye acting chief justice to the acting chief justice obi epe bia di tokono me se ba bia wo bia nyame hwe so na send ye tie bia nyame besa pijao. I mean why na mo ko fan sem wei e shada di gumami hu fin e gumami no hu fin se ne be ya wo su benya chief justice ni bia di because yewura Mahama ka kire wo so ono oba be park court no yewura Mahama ba ye da kwa me 7 months ni 10 months
abusianfo enti se wotie nsem ya yenwia Kofi Ntonto ede ebegu fono fom ya wotie otumu se Mahama ede nsa baako ede mawo na wasan so de nsa baako so echi na de oje no edo so sene de ode mawo se wosi wayi covid levy afiri ho wayi levy afiri ho na eno achi ode sabio 10 good taxes egu amanfo so na wayi wani adentia levy no ana cover tax no na amanfo kasafa ho ntina no mi ye free ho na me de another 10 taxes afap epoase e de amamo e na yete ho se oti asema yemia bi kan ye at the end of the video Osi owonkora mako 2000 omugu ni sukuma mpakro mbeda sokora no ebi ni ho. Enye no na Ghana Education Service na odwene ho. Enye how to omusi ebe review why we are coming to do it better. Enye no omodwene ho. Me ma miss ajosa wa me wakwaba. They are thinking about how they can enrich themselves. And to be honest with me, with myself, ya to about phone pa. Now, Mahama ne ma tosum you know. Nemenim say he was coming to be a good man, but no, not at all. Because I think say on him say when the final 4 years, he is here to enrich him and his family. And then for now, listen to this video na yanka samfa ho. Asem ne mo ya pa odietie.
Benetie. Can now MMDC here? Now 5,000 cedis. And now MMDC on Doji. 35,000 Ghana cedi. Attack any year.
Omanya but can no as in how many years ago? 15 years ago, and I said,
why 50 years?
Now, yeah, imata bomo ko no 5,000 bosume. And I say, Omoja he.
And 35,000. It's minimum way more.
Yeah, catiko so. Omanya emonyo answer. Oma train. Omanti yeah catiko. Almost the MCs no more yanti mom 35,000.
Oh, would you moye? I buy presidency and money. Can you between 50 I 5,000. Aben who says
5,000 requires a
Aben who said me engine of growth.
On my 35 to say no, we are buying cratch penny, but 350 million.
You are buying cratch penny.
I buy cratch penny. Set in office.
30 office. Okofield.
Quite day. And the flood you could I buy cratch for your service near this or
35. 35.
And there was yet me pa. Asem no more than no. Tie. Me say, once me the can say, sa mammy no way to so Mahama Breno. Or has said, he's coming to enrich himself, his family, and friends. You can MMDC for or MMC for, and I say DC for. We are buying and then we for our district BM. We are here for, we are NDC for. Ababia be dia konya MC4 MMC4 any DC4 omoye from the party ono na wo apan enti said the kaka kire mo say NDC is finding a way to enrich himself and his party people no. That is what is going on. Enti MC4 na and I say DC4 na Mahama appointee omo in the various region ni nyina no ya to omo akatua mo nko a 250%. Not 200 because now much 5,000 and on budget 3,500. Omo to omo akatua mo nko 600%. 600% and a Mahama ediato MMC need DC for marketing. But you wona we co-worker na abanye adwuma ye ni anase yen kan say we worker common worker no. Professor Jamponom atumi akotena ase ene John Mahama akọ jinabia se wakatuanum yentum 9% tieriye pa. The district chief executive na owo district hono bosome so a ono nko ano oje 350 million Ghana sika dada na nado ana odi Ghana sika ebo mindful no nyina ho ban no na MC for DC for yetuomoka 50 million. It from 50 million to 350 million no eye entumu oha saa ensia ene de aka omo ho enkese oye adwuma pa o enye adwuma pa na oye Mahama pa kwan bi se obetumi edi sika akọ district ho na nkrofo we na otumi ache edi ama won nkrofo NDC fo a sabio omonya abanya adwuma enti DC bia no ya sanso de NDC fo bi mo agidi mo district 10 asho monsa se wo bosumi bia no sa nipa duwe na so nti mo bia 1,000 no mo nchimfa nsho mboto yesika no ena amanfo edi na enom no te se nsuo ekona ne yewura na nado danko akufo ado kon ye edi di mbone bet na papa ne di pon yam na yase na wandi sika na oboaboa no se sika ne be grow oman ne be ko na nim no enkrofo we ba ye no omo de omo nsa bom ena omo chedi aduane bo ko soro na ekro patro na no yatum enra ya me no kasai patro yatum enra ya ye bo aban no abaso na waya ade na hwane bra yetwa yani a Mahama san ayeden akoto patro but at the same time no wona sabio oye adwuma abanye adwuma no ma no wakatua no yesi yemfa only 9% ento ho enti na woji 1 million na ene obeje 1,090,000 Ghana cedis utemiye obeje 100 Ghana 9 cedis ena ode akọ na se 9 cedis pe ena yede ba beto so na nti ekoye anase ye bae ya to patromo enra ya to patrom ya to dizerim ya to bibia no ayentu mu ene ewokronom nanso still amanfo akatua amanfo adwuma ya katua ba bia da no ehwa aneta but NDC for na yenim so mu NDC for mu agidin a aban na ma omo adwuma se omo nye no ya to omo nko omo akatua no ye de ohambo pohom maako nsia ene ede amomo adentia they are working for the akatamanso na busia wei ena me de bremo me de mubesi a ne essential bi me din ene Mr. Mafweha Ras Media GH on YouTube message say won like video na like it won subscribe yen so a na wa subscribe na obeka busia ko no ho bomodren say wo de wonsa ebesi adoma no so said ebe ya ye the video bi atuma won so wonsa ebeka bi na wanya bi ahwe me den check say mama adwo ase wa menwa Evans Ankama Kofi Evans Ankama Clef ena menwa Kofi apia menwa panyin osei Anthony ena me mama Urukaya me cheche mu nyina asan so chia menwa kwaku amoako ene Gabasa Hamba me cheche mu nyina me da mo ase ene mo bre e be sensia until we meet again adios.